The main purpose of this video is to provide additional requirements for this question, or as I would call it, item in this assignment. You will get expectations that are not stated in writing. I am assuming in this video that you have already read this. So if you haven't read this, please stop the video and read through this and this as well, and then return to the video after you have read through all of this. We will work through each question, and like I said, I will add specifics, I will add specifics in doing so. When I say through each question, I mean each of these questions here. These are more straightforward, but I do have some additional expectations for here, as well as an expectation that applies to all of them. Note that in working through this video with me, you're going to get a good sense of how I use both written and video-based instruction and directions to coach you through your writing assignments for this class. With that said, let's get started. So, where are you in your academic journey? You can use this as a subtitle for your first paragraph. I do expect for you to write 3 paragraphs total. Each paragraph will be based on a set of questions. You can see that there are 3 sets of questions here. Each set is highlighted by a subtitle in the form of a question in bold. As you are answering the questions, I want you to realize that the bolded question is not one that you're answering as such, as if it were separate from the sub-bulleted questions. For example, when you answer this question, this question, this question, this question, and this question, these 5 questions right here, you are answering the question in bold. Likewise, the same is true for these items here. Now, as I said, when you're responding to the questions, you're doing so in the form of a coherent paragraph. As you read above, you are answering the questions in complete sentences. Anytime you are answering a question within this set of questions, you are to then do it in complete sentences. But my additional expectation is that you incorporate words or wording from the question to make it very explicit, very obvious that you are directly dealing with the specifics of a writing assignment, question, or prompt. This is going to be an expectation that you will follow throughout the entire semester, and I will always remind you to do so. Let's go ahead and go through these questions, then we'll go through these questions and these questions. I'll spend more time on these questions because I have additional expectations for these. So what is your major? That one's pretty straightforward. You would just say, my major is. Why is that your major? So this is my major because, or the reason I have chosen this major. How much progress have you made towards the completion of your major? So for example, would you say you haven't made much completion? I said that you haven't made much progress, a little progress, some progress, a lot of progress. Are you nearly complete? Can you expand on that? So for this one, I would like 2 complete sentences. One sentence incorporating the question stem or substantial wording or phrases from this question itself. Why are you taking Philosophy 1301? Give me at least one sentence that explains why you're taking the course. Again, your sentence might start off saying something like, I am taking Philosophy 1301 because. Have you attempted any philosophy courses before? If you have not, then you'll just incorporate the word stem to give your answer. I have not attempted any philosophy courses thus far, or in my academic journey, or to date. If you have, I would like to know what the result is. So if you say you have taken a philosophy course, then of course you'll have a sentence that says, the result of my having attempted a philosophy course before this one was a good one, a bad one, or, was that it was successful, and then maybe elaborate a little bit. Okay, so let's go to this set right here. All right, so what are some things you have going on in your life beyond the class? So as you read, I really want to appreciate what's going on in your life. It always helps me to remind myself, that students have lives beyond my class. It helps me to be more patient and to reach out to you more. Okay, so again, in answering these questions, you are answering the question in bold. The question in bold itself is not a separate question that you answer as such. This is going to comprise your second paragraph. If you like, you can use this question in bold as a title or subtitle for your paragraph. So how many other courses are you taking while taking this very course? So not only would I like to know how many you're taking, but let's say you're picking up a course during the second 8-week period. Can you let me know that? because it'll remind me, and later on when I'm looking at your progress, I will check what you wrote here and say, oh, well, maybe they're stressed because they've added a course. Or maybe you're taking an 8-week course that starts at the beginning of the 16-week semester. And so, then I'll remember that, oh, well, maybe during the second 8 weeks, their course load will pick up, and I'll remind them of that if they're feeling stressed or tired. So you'll tell me how many courses you're taking while taking this course, but could you also be specific? It really helps me to fine-tune my interaction with you if I know which courses you are taking right now, or it will take if you pick up any in the second 8 weeks of the fall semester. Again, okay, so then, are you responsible for the care of any children, siblings, parents, elders, etc.? So again, you'll take some wording from here to start your response. I am or am not responsible for the care of blah, blah, blah. If that's all you have, then that's all you have. However, if you do have dependents or people that you're partially responsible for or fully responsible for, could you please elaborate on that and tell me to what degree you are responsible for said persons? Will you be working while taking this class? If so, about how many hours will you be working each week from 8:24 to 12:01? And really that should say 12:10. Maybe I will fix that by the time you get to this video. So for this one, if you're not working, then just say, I will not be working while taking this class. But if you are, please help me understand your situation so I can appreciate what's going on in your life beyond this class. About how many hours will you be working? If you're not employed, oh, by the way, if you're not employed right now, then tell me whether or not you're seeking work, how many hours you think you'll work. If you are working, I'd like to know how many hours a week you work. As well as what kinds of shifts, day shift, night shift. Do you work long hours? Do you just work a typical 8-hour day or a 12-hour day? Is your job exhausting? Is it stressful? Just anything that you can do to help me understand your context and where you're coming from. Okay, so that's a paragraph. Now we get to the last paragraph. What are some things, and really I just need you to state at least one thing, and I think I might have pulled up this for another class. Okay, so sorry about that. So I only need you to give me one for each of these. So what is one thing that I can do to help you be successful in the online format? So if you can just give me one thing and then tell me why that one practice or behavior on my part as your professor is going to help you specifically be successful in an online format. So name the practice or behavior that I can exhibit or manifest, and then give me the why and the how that will help you specifically. You're not speaking on behalf of all students or all professors, just yourself in light of what I can do. And I know you don't know me personally, but the main point to get is that I want to know what works for you. And then again here, this will change by the time you get to it. What is one thing that I, as your professor, might do that actually makes it difficult for you to complete the course? So again, I want you to give me the why. So don't just tell me the behavior or practice, but elaborate. Tell me why that practice or behavior on my part would make it difficult for you specifically, given what you know about yourself, your psychology, your situation, your circumstances. Okay, so again, this will change to say one thing. What is one thing that you can do to help yourself be successful in an online course? And again, give me the why. Make sure you tell me why, elaborate. And then what are two things that you could do that make it difficult to complete the online, you'll say one thing. So again, I will have changed this to say one thing that you can do that would make it difficult to complete this online course. And again, you're speaking specifically to you and your circumstances, your needs, your mentality, your attitudes, your mindset. Remember to incorporate substantial wording or word phrases or the entire or the bulk of the question stem in responding to these questions. Again, the point is to clearly and explicitly show that you're paying direct attention. Doing so also makes it easier for me to identify quickly and efficiently that you have covered all aspects of a writing assignment. As I stated at the beginning of this video, in working through this very video with me and this very item in this assignment, you are getting a good sense of how I use both written and video-based instruction to coach you through writing assignments for this class. And I will continue to do this throughout the semester, especially when it comes to more complex, more philosophical, more analytical writing assignments. One last point. This is where you're going to type up your answer. If you would like to have access to more editing functions or tools, you just click on right here. Do you see the downward arrows? You just click right here. As a student, I'm pretty sure that you can expand the window if need be, like this. Keep in mind that you do have another video. Make sure you don't skip it. It's going to be right down here.